Patrick in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I've always wanted to say that. I live in Oshkosh. Good job, Patrick. Anyway, he said, Paul, I used to watch your videos a lot and occasionally still do. Well, thank you, sir. And you had talked about writing a thriller, a book, before, and I have not heard anything more about it. Are you still writing that book? What's it about? And where could I find a copy? Okay, Patrick, in Oshkosh. Thanks. Yes, as you know, I wrote 99% True, which is my memoirs. I hope some of you had a chance to read it. We've sold almost 10,000 copies of that, which is kind of cool. And I do appreciate that. But yeah, over the last decade, I have been working on I don't know if thriller is the right word. I mean, this has been a passion project for me for a long time. It's now turned into a 3-book trilogy. It's called Eemians, Eemians. But don't run over to Amazon and look for a copy of Eemians because I have yet to publish it. I am that close to finishing it. In fact, if you look behind here, see those lights and stuff? This is the back of my lovely disorganized office. I am setting up a little studio where I will be answering your questions about Eemians, and we'll talk about it. I'll have my own YouTube channel called Eemians, and I'm working on that right now. And what is the book about? It is based on a lot of research that I've done over the years. It's a fun book. I hope it will have some sort of impact because the people that have read it have been like, wow, no kidding. And what can I say? I don't want to take too much of your time on this because I know we all want to talk about audio and stereo, which tomorrow we're going to do. There was a period 100,000 years ago called the Eemian, and it was a glacial warming period. So right now we're in what's called the Holocene, which is a glacial warming period. And every 100,000 years or so, the Earth goes in and out of these glacial periods. Mostly, the Earth is covered in glaciers. But every 100,000 years or so, like I say, we have this warming period. Now, currently, we're in a warming period. And I know you don't like me talking about climate change, but it apparently is going to get worse. But anyway, let's not go there. After the last ice age, the Holocene, which is what we're in right now, started. And that was about 11,000 years ago. The planet warmed up, the glaciers melted, and from everything we think about in history, all of it happened in those last 11,000 years. The wheel, agriculture, you name it. Anything you can think of that takes us from being a caveman, shooting, throwing spears at mastodons and all the caveman stuff. And then it warmed up, the ice melted, and civilization came about. And that's all happened over the last 11,000 years. Everything, the Great Flood, all that stuff. The same thing happened in the prior glacial melt, which was the interglacial one called the Eemian. And something else, a couple of other things that are real interesting happened. Modern man, you and me, just people just like us, same skulls, heads, the whole bit. I mean, if one of those people from 100,000 years ago was to get a shave and a haircut, walk down the street, you'd never know that it's not a modern human being. Literally, 120,000 years ago, modern humans, Homo sapiens, showed up. And as they showed up, they got into the same thing that we have, this short, I think it was 12, 15,000 years of a warming period. And so my book supposes, and there is some evidence of this, but let's leave that alone because we'll talk about those questions on the YouTube channel. I'm suggesting that there was a modern civilization very close to ours 100,000 years ago. And the book tells the story of these Eemian people, and then later on we go to some adventurous guys, kind of like an Indiana Jones thing, where now in this day, my Sam Sawyer and Julia Julia Bassi and Sam Sawyer are my heroes. In book 2, we go to the modern day people, and they discover the Eemians in Antarctica, and they're drilling down. There's bad guys and all that. It's kind of fun. So, okay. Anyway, that's what's happening with the book, just so you know. And keep your eyes open. I'll talk more about it on the channel because I want a lot of you, if you're interested, to come on over and ask some questions and check it out. Okay. Thanks for the question, Patrick, out there in Oshkosh. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.